Always excited with Carl Pilkington and Ricky Gervais and
For
Stephen
the past
Merchant.
few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This
Pointless
is one of them.
conversations.
Testing. Is that all right? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the
Hello.
little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
Carl, I've got a couple of little facts for you,
Okay.
just to try and
Bring it.
inflame your imagination.
Go on.
Sharks are immune to cancer.
Are they?
Are they?
Yeah.
So how have they found that out?
Interesting.
Well, I don't know, but
But I've never heard of any fish having cancer though. I haven't heard of a cod being ill. So why are we focusing on that one?
That's good point.
good point. Okay. Stroking a spider can cause its hair to fall out.
What?
What? Because it doesn't like it and it gets stressed out, or is it
Who's
just that
stroking
some
a
people are
spider?
rubbing too hard?
No, I don't think it's they're rubbing too hard. I think it's something to do with it. I mean, what sort of maniac is stroking a spider anyway?
I know,
My
right?
mum did it once.
Really?
Yeah, not to a spider.
Oh.
It was just a little bee. She'd been out, sunny day and that.
Okay.
Got the washing off the washing line. She was bringing it in. Little bee sat on the top of like the bed sheet or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And she's in the kitchen with it, and she goes, "Look at that little bee there." She started sort of stroking its head. It loved it.
It
I
loved
didn't
it.
make it clear that it loved it.
Well, it wasn't struggling. It was just sat there like, because it must have been like a bit dozy. They get a bit dozy, don't they, in the heat and that. And it just stayed there on the sheet, and she sort of stroked its head for a bit, and she had to put it out. It didn't go out. It didn't try and escape. It was like, "You've had enough now." That was that. She sent it out.
You had enough.
She loved all that. She loved little flies and stuff. And we had Harry the housefly.
What?
Harry the housefly.
What do you mean?
Harry
It's
the
just a fly that
housefly.
always seems to knock about in one corner of the room.
Right, it's the same fly, was it?
Yeah, it was the same fly. Yeah.
How do you know it was the
Harry
same
the
fly?
housefly.
So whenever she saw a fly, she went, "Oh, look, it's back."
Well, we weren't letting him in. It's just that it stayed in.
Yeah, but
Carl, what makes you think
it's
it was
the
a pet
same
housefly
fly.
as opposed to a different fly every day?
Because it was always in the same place in the corner.
But it could have been that something about that particular place that attracted flies rather than it
Exactly.
was the same fly.
Exactly.
Well, I never worried about it. It wasn't harming us. It just always hung about.
But how do you know it was the same fly? How do you
I don't
recognise
know.
it?
We weren't worried about it. It doesn't matter, does it? If like we're thinking another fly's getting a bit of free rent or something, just let it stay. I don't understand
But
why.
why? No. Right, okay. You're in a house, right? There's flies, okay?
Not flies, fly.
Why do you think it was the
Single
same
fly.
fly for all those years?
Just
He-
because
he
we haven't
doesn't.
got loads of other flies. At no point was there a crossover period where there's two, and it's like, hang on a minute, he's trying it on here. That's what I mean. It was always just one on its own. And we just thought, leave it, it's all right.
Oh
Don't
no.
know why are you suspicious? Why you always think someone's out to do you? Just one fly.
I don't know why you assumed when you see a fly every now and again that it's exactly the same fly.
Yeah.
It
In
just
fact, that
was.
it's Harry.
The one in our house was the same one.
How do you know?
He doesn't.
Well, all right, I don't, but at no point did I feel suspicious. Speaking of flies, though, and that, they've got one, right? I was out with Ricky, right, and he was reading the paper. There was a story there about a fly that its eyesight was bad or something, and they've made it a pair of glasses, and it had a picture of a housefly wearing.
Harry the
Okay, this
housefly.
is- this is
Harry Potter
incredible.
the
Can I
housefly.
take over?
Hang on, let me just need to finish a couple of questions for that. So there's a small fly and they've made it a pair of glasses
Yeah,
so that it can see better.
yeah.
And your
Yeah.
concern is what?
Well, again, it's just that thing of we're looking after everything now, aren't we?
How
I've
do
got
you
to come
know?
in here, Steve.
All right.
I showed you
You
the
saw
story.
it, you saw
It was
it.
a picture of a housefly
Fly,
with a pair of glasses,
glasses
right?
on, yeah.
Right? It
Right.
was about a one-sentence thing. It was about how far technology's come,
Yeah,
and
and
a
we're
group
helping
of
flies
scientists
out.
using microscopy, right, and laser tools had, as an exhibition, shown that they could make a pair of glasses smaller to fit on a hat. They'd put it on there and they'd taken a picture of it, and it's on as a display. At no point was it actually, because the fly had bad eyesight, the fly was presumably dead, it was purely an art installation or a show of technology.
I thought you were going to say, Rick, that you'd drawn the glasses on there.
Yeah.
And he believed it like, well, there's a bearded lady in this paper.
Yeah.
No. My God, Tony Blair looks like Adolf Hitler. No.
What do you think of that, though?
But they did
Well,
it as an
flies out.
experiment.
Yeah, but all things start as an
But
experiment.
why would they make a pair of glasses for a fly?
How would they know he had a bad eyesight?
How would they know it was the same fly?
bumping into stuff? I don't know.
Bumping into stuff.
It's just that thing, innit, of human nature is something's wrong with something, let's fix it. And they try and help people out all the time, don't they?
Okay.
When you know, we're always
I get
doing
what
it.
he's talking
We're
about.
always trying
but-
to help people out instead of just going, you've been dealt a duff card, cope with it.
Confident.
Came up with a good idea.
Oh no.
Judge that.
I'll do it now. It's not a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sticking my neck out here. I think this isn't going to be a good idea.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to second that motion.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're both
What's
right.
the idea?
See-through skin.
High five, Rick.
Oh no.
We've had a few emails about the old shows. People came into them late in the season.
Did I not tell you this? We had an email from an Inuit.
Really?
Yeah. I thought I'd mentioned this. Have we not mentioned this before?
No.
No, it was an email from a guy who said, I don't think he lives in Canada, I think, or somewhere else. I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. But I think he said he was half Inuit. And he
Inuit.
listens to the show.
Half in
You mean Eskimos?
See, that's interesting because I think it was so remote. I know I'm probably wrong now, but I think that those are so remote that I can't think where they're meeting people who aren't
That are also Inuit, yeah.
Oh, and who's going, other societies are going, I'll tell you what, I'm fed up, there's no action here, I'm going to the frozen tundra, I'm bound to meet someone there.
Yeah.
Where do they meet? Do they do online dating? What
Probably a lot of online stuff.
do you put as hobbies? Fishing?
Yeah. Skinning stuff.
Skinning stuff, yeah. What stuff to skin?
Seals.
Seals, yeah, sure. That's about it, isn't it?
Why are they hanging about round there? Why aren't seals going, do you know what, it's cold, I'm sick of it here. It's windy all the time, what have you, and I'm getting a club on the head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're meant to be quite bright in terms of animals and that, aren't they?
What?
Why are they knocking about them parts?
I don't know.
Say, like, if seals died out, right, would that be a problem?
We've done this.
We've been through this before, Carl.
Everything has a knock-on effect.
Right.
Even a seal, that's sort of in between something already. It's between a fish and a dog, isn't it?
I knew you were going to say dog.
It's not
In
between,
between?
a fish and a dog.
In between
What
a
do you
fish and a
think
dog.
evolution does? Fish to
I'll never
dog.
understand it.
Oh,
Never.
no.
What do you mean it's between a fish and a dog?
I'm just saying it's.
It was a perfectly evolved mammal that re-entered the water, I imagine, and then got streamlined and... I mean, it's between a fish and a dog.
Wow.
But why not have one and the other? Why not have, like, you've got a dog, you've got a fish.
No, it's not
Anything
between a
middle.
fish and a dog. It's not between a
He's
fish and a
thinking
dog.
both of
I
them
don't know
reproduced.
What between means.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know what...
This is it again about saving everything all the time. What is it doing? What's it doing?
He's so annoyed.
Everyone's feeling sorry for him all the time. Save the seal and all that. What's it doing? Why are we saving it? Let's just ask that question. What's it doing?
What's it doing?
I don't know what to say. It's between a fish and a dog.
Wow. God,
Out of all the people in the world to have a chat with, do you know, what's his face? That German doctor.
Which one? The guy that displays the human body?
Guns, someone. Guns Traven or something.
All right, yeah.
Well, I don't. Is he a proper doctor? Because it's just that it's always. I mean, I could cut a body up. I never see him sort of put it back together. Is anyone keeping an eye on him?
Where is he
sort of
going with
going,
this?
Who is he actually?
I'm sure he's a proper doctor.
I mean, he doesn't answer everything. Like, he doesn't say. I don't understand why the intestines have to be that long. I don't know why it just can't go from the throat to the belly, exit straight dark line down.
No.
Out the arse.
You must know.
Well, no, because the way
This
he
won't
dragged
work.
it out and it was like miles long.
Yeah.
Pointless.
No, it's not pointless.
It's not miles
Just have a straight. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Straight.
what you're talking about. Again, the evolution sort of worked this out for us. It really works.
I don't think you're going to improve on it.
What I mean is that's probably that long because years ago they were eating dinosaur, and that might have took a lot of indigestion or something. I don't know how chewy it was. It might have been quite fatty dinosaur meat, and it needs to go through all that. Now,
But
we're eating like
when were
yogurt.
we eating dinosaur meat?
So I mean, we don't
Yogurt.
need anything that is doing that much work anymore. All the food is mashed up. Auntie Nora, right? All her food is mashed. Right, she doesn't have to chew anymore. She's got teeth, but she doesn't need them, and that's how.
She's got teeth, but she don't need them.
No, but that's how
Or
we're
she could have
moving
her
on.
intestines removed then.
No, but this is what I'm
That's sort of our
saying.
other problem, wouldn't it?
We're changing everything all the time, aren't we? I mean, there's some fella who was looking at on the internet, identical twins, right?
Okay.
They were sort of sick of looking like each other, so they were like, "What can we do?" Right? And one of the twins said, "You have my arm," right? And he had his arm taken off and stuck on his twin, so his twin's got like 3 arms.
No, it's not
What?
true.
It's on the website.
No, it's not
This
true.
is BS.
For a laugh, they were born
So
so
what,
they didn't.
what doctor's doing this then?
Exactly.
Well, they're old enough to sort of say this is what we want, and
No.
the
Doctors
doctors don't
go,
do
"Well,
this."
if he wants another arm, and I'll take. They don't. Doctors don't do that.
Yeah.
What sort of practice is this doctor going around and go?
Dr. Jekyll.
I mean, Carl, think of what you're
Jekyll.
saying.
but we've-
Where would he have stopped? Can you put his head on my knee? It's up
but-
to you. Sign this. If you sign this, you can give my consent.
Oh, wow.
but we, it isn't.
What do you think
It
these
wouldn't
doctors are
work
doing?
anyway.
They do as they're told.
They don't do as they're told.
No.
They do if someone wants
Never.
it, and twins sort of it can get you down, can't it? Being a twin because it's like
Right.
Sorry, what would this solve though? I thought you said he gave one of them a bigger nose or a beard or 2 front teeth
Right.
to make him look different, right? Not. I'll tell you what we could do. Go on. Would you like 1 arm? Go on. What are you thinking? Well, me 3, you 1. Therefore, not twins.
Crazy.
I mean, you are a mental man.
they can do it now, can't they? There's no sort of there's no line drawn anymore. They don't go, "You're crazy. We're not going to do that."
Yeah, in Saw 2, not in the real world.
No,
they
but-
don't do things
Saw
like
2.
this.
There's another bloke, right? I don't know the sort of full ins and outs of it,
Go on, you surprised me.
but what he asked for, something happened to his tackle, right?
Okay, his standard.
Yeah,
Knob.
right. So he was at the doctor's, and they were like, "Oh, what can you do for me? It's a bit embarrassing. I've got nothing down there." Right. So they were like looking at it, going, "Yeah." Doctor, I don't know if he started like rubbing his chin with his finger or something. Looked down. He's thinking, got an idea. You've got a lot of fingers. How many of them do you use? The patient's like, "Yeah, I see what you're thinking." They cut off one of his fingers, sewn that on to where
No.
his tackle is. He's happy.
Well, that's different, though, isn't it?
Well,
That's where they've
really
taken
different.
tissue. I know, but I assume they fashioned it into more of a knob than a finger.
If you were doing that, use a sausage. I mean, why lose a finger?
No!
Well, I'll tell you why. Because your finger has
That's even worse.
your
That can't
tissue,
work.
your blood type, and therefore would graft
Exactly.
your testicles. A sausage is a thing that's made by a butcher out of offal, okay, that really can't be grafted onto any part of the human
Yeah, but-
body. That's why they very rarely use any meat products
Yeah, but-
in surgery. I know, yeah. I mean, why not use a sausage? You're a mental case.
You're a mental case.
I always remember this story when I was a kid about some bloke. He had throat cancer, right? And his doctor said, "Carry on with your life, right? It's not going to be that good, but just carry on. But don't eat meat." And he was like, "Oh, I love meat." He's like, "Yeah, but just don't, have your veg, keep yourself strong, but don't be eating that." Anyway, he was fed up because he loved his meat, and his wife was feeling a bit sorry for him one day, and thought, I'm sick of him looking fed up and that. All he wants is some meat, for God's sake, give him some meat. So she goes to the butcher's, gets him a big piece of like steak and what have you.
Okay.
He can't believe it. He's like, "Oh, brilliant, cheers for that." Anyway, he's got the meat on his plate, just about to tuck in, and the cancer comes out from his throat. What? No, it's I know, it sounds really
What
weird.
cancer
but it's
comes
something
out?
That I was told about years ago.
Alien
when I was growing
cancer?
up.
What are you talking about?
It was just some bad illness, some
Yeah,
cancer thing. And
that's not how it works.
It was coming out waiting for the meat. It was sort of dying.
Oh, God.
I get a lot of your medical knowledge.
Is this Men in Black?
It's from the film Alien.
So this guy's
Yeah.
cancer. Okay, as opposed to it being a disease of the cell.
Aliens
It was like a
inside the
living-
body.
The Alien. It was Alien.
So it was the animal. It was the little animal cancer.
That's why
What
he
are you
wasn't allowed to
talking
eat
about?
meat. He wasn't allowed to eat meat.
So it's
'cause of-
sitting there. So it's actually sitting there and throwing. Why? I'll tell you what I'd have done if I'd have had some cancer. I
ridiculous.
go, there you go. Rid of that. What are you talking about? So what happened?
He choked to death on this thing, and the wife was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have given him the meat after all."
Oh, God.
That's
Listen
the
to
bollock
your
story.
Yep.
It's all. There's
That's
loads of
bollocks.
weird stuff like that
There
that
is.
happens in medical stuff.
Well, the terrible thing is, if you got testicular cancer and you eat meat, your bollocks come out of your trousers and they're all over the plate, and you have to be asked to leave the restaurant.
Ricky, come on.
Oh, chimpanzee, that is only gonna bring it down.
Yay! Diary
That's the
time.
jingle for Carl's diary, excerpts of which we read each week. Get straight into it. A band from the Conga have won the best newcomers in a Radio 3
Conga?
competition. They use pots and pans for instruments. It says that the Conga is a poor, sad place. So why do people do that happy
It's
dance
not
at the end
Conga,
of
it's
parties
Congo.
called the Conga?
Right, one is the Congo.
Exactly.
There's no place called the Conga. They come from a place called the Congo.
Oh, no.
Conga! Fucking hell, you're such a...
Met Suzanne at Euston Station. I said I would sort out the tea tonight, so I called the curry house. The fella couldn't understand me. I asked for 2 poppadoms. He kept saying, how many? I kept saying 2. He still couldn't understand. I said 1 more than 1. He understood. When we picked up the food and took it home, there were 5 poppadoms in the bag.
It can only happen with Carl.
There is a restaurant somewhere that sells knobs to eat.
No.
There's not.
No.
No, there's not.
No, there is.
It says that women can't eat too many of them, and if you want a seal's knob for dinner, you have to book in advance.
Right,
No.
it's gobbledygook. This is the ramblings of a madman again.
It's a trend, he writes. It won't last long. It'll be like hummus.
What?
Called Ricky and asked what
Hummus
the
is
difference
not a
is between
trend.
the mind and the brain.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
a hell of a phone call
Yeah,
to get.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Ricky did explain, but I can't remember what he said. I wondered at what age you are when the mind kicks in. Okay. Ricky changed the subject and said there is an island called Spider Island. There's nothing but spiders on it. A bloke went to visit the island and said there was
Oh,
1,000 types of spider in one tree.
That's
What do you think
terrifying.
about that? What do you think of an island that's just full of spiders?
Wow.
I don't know, because you need spiders. I don't know what they do, but they say a world without spiders wouldn't be good. But they sort of do. They do
Yeah.
something. There's something about if you did get
They
rid
eat
of them all,
bugs
it
for
would
us.
have an effect.
Well, of course it would. Get rid of anything, it has have an effect.
Yeah, we've
Not-
already
not
discussed
everything,
this.
Like I've said,
What do you mean?
jellyfish and what have you.
Well, no.
It's 97% water or something.
Yeah.
So how much are they doing? Just give them another 3%, make them water. And that's more useful.
Give them 3%. Oh, no. Oh, it's as easy.
Went into the gadget shop today. It's full of stuff that we don't need. Gadget used to be a good word that made you think of James Bond with all his gadgets. The
Right.
best thing I could find in the shop was a clock that ran on potatoes. We are definitely going backwards.
I agree.
Well, what's the... who
true.
cares about that? A little electrical
Gadgets
impulse.
used to mean
so what?
something.
Had a night out with old schoolmate. Found out about more of the other lads I went to school with. One is living underground.
What do you mean living underground?
What?
Not like a mole. Do you
Yeah.
mean he's
Basement?
got a basement, or do you mean he digs a hole every night?
My mate went to visit him and he said it had been raining really heavily and that, and it's all the rain's running in.
What do you mean he went to visit him? He went down here. What's that? That's an hole in the ground. Yeah,
Are
come
you
in.
serious?
He just said, "Oh, come round to us," and he's living underground.
What do you mean he's living underground?
He's happy down there. He said it was really muddy and what have you. He said he won't be going back to visit him.
I believe this, though. I believe someone he went to school with now lives in a hole. That doesn't shock me.
You spent far too long with him, if that now you're just happy to accept.
I totally accept that.
Wow.
I'd be surprised if I walked around where he lived that there weren't more people living in holes. His dad wanted to throw his budgie on the fire.
True.
His budgie died. His dad said, let's throw it on the fire. I mean,
Oh,
his mum...
no.
What did your mum do?
She just was worried about the other bird that was left. So she made it a bit of company by getting a rock, getting a feather off the dead budgie, sticking it on the rock, putting it in the cage.
So a man living in a hole
It's not
is
unusual.
not that
Wow.
bizarre. Right,
Insane.
Watched a film about Hitler. Didn't watch all of it as it was subtitled. Can't be doing with that. Ask Suzanne if cinemas are full of deaf people when they're showing subtitled films. She said, shh, I'm trying to watch it. I said, what do you mean, shh? It's subtitled, I can make as much noise as I want.
Yeah.
She's a lucky, lucky woman.
It must be a joy to watch a subtitled film. I mean, the concentration is up there already. It's not as easy as when you're hearing it because you read things, but it's possible. If you had a buffoon going, I'm just going to sit here and make as much noise as I want, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Do that in a cinema. Just walk into a subtitled film and go, right, everybody, let's all do the Congo.
We're having our bathroom done. The bathroom man was round at 9 this morning. We weren't allowed to use the shower because it all had to be bone dry before we could use his waterproof filler. Not that waterproof then. Went for a brew with Ricky. We talked about monkeys and how they are closer to humans than they are to apes, and how bees will drink cider to get off their heads. Now and again there is a bee that lets the drinking get in the way of the work, and other bees sting it to death. Blimey.
Yeah, well, there are bees. They love a drink, and they will drink pure alcohol. They love getting off it, and they fall down when they're drunk, right? But some bees get addicted in the same sort of percentage as human addiction. Like 10% of bees, they can't get enough of it. They take ethanol, they take cider apples and that, and then when they get back to the hive, they go in a bit pissed, and they've got guard bees, and they go, "Come on, we've all had a drink."
Pounces.
Yeah. They sort of are, right?
Pounces.
And they push them away, and they push them away again. Then the next time they go, right, I've had enough. And they give it a good hiding. And Carl couldn't get over this. I saw his face, but I knew that he was thinking of that bee with sort of like eyes rolling around his head, a little bit belligerent with his jacket on backwards.
Yeah.
And the bouncer going, come on, son, we've all had enough. Let's move away, move away.
You're not coming in, all right? You're wearing trainers.
Yeah, you're wearing 3 pairs of trainers, and I'm sick of it,
But what I did find out, because I went home and went on the computer trying to find out about drunk bees knocking about, they're not actually meant to fly.
What do you mean?
Because they
drink
don't
and
know.
fly.
Well, no, but they're if they were told that you're not actually designed to fly, they wouldn't bother.
No, this is that thing that goes around that aerodynamically, on the face of it, looking at the size of the wings and the body proportions and everything, that it's a surprise that they can fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that. No one's ever told them they can't. And as soon as someone tells me not meant to fly, they all fall out of the sky going, "Oh, what are we doing?" Like in a cartoon.
No, but it's something about the confidence and that. At the moment, nobody's saying
It's nothing to do with the confidence. There is no such thing as confidence in bees. A bee never loses its nerve. That's not why it drinks. Because what are you drinking for? I'm just not confident anymore. There's no point to turn to the bottle. I can't go up there again. You're an idiot.
Wow. Carl's theories are becoming more and more unhinged, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing, hilarious, and some of the most memorable things I've ever seen. So if you want to watch more, please go ahead and click on the top, and you'll find more videos of Karl Pilkington and any other shows and movies that you want. You can check it out on my channel. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like this video, and go ahead and watch more stuff, because more Karl is coming.